By now, you've surely heard. But on Wednesday, Politico first reported and Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas, there we go, first try, confirmed in a House oversight hearing that DHS is creating a new disinformation governance board, ostensibly to counter cartel and Russian disinformation, as in the stated purpose of this board is to counter foreign propaganda that threatens U.S. Homeland Security. And of course, the reaction correctly was, wow, so a literal Ministry of Truth. We're going to have a government agency defining and enforcing what's true and what's false. And so DHS Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas appeared on CNN this morning to clarify, sure, it sounds like this board is going to control speech and censor people.
But that's exactly what we're going to do.
It sounds like we're going to monitor American citizens, but silly you, it's actually designed to do the exact opposite. It's going to protect free speech, and it's going to protect your right to privacy as a fantastic bonus.
Republicans are calling it Orwellian and comparing it to the Ministry of Truth in the novel 1984. Can you clarify what exactly will this disinformation governance board do? Will it monitor American citizens?
Those criticisms are precisely the opposite of what this small working group within the Department of Homeland Security will do. Disinformation that creates a threat to the security of the homeland is our responsibility to address, and this department has been addressing it for years.
What will it do?
So what it does is it works to ensure that the way in which we address threats are addressed without infringing on free speech, protecting civil rights and civil liberties, the right of privacy.
Will American citizens be monitored?
No.
Guarantee that.
Well, so what we do, we in the Department of Homeland Security don't monitor American citizens.
You don't.
Now, note that he refrained from an affirmative response to, will you guarantee that this board will not monitor American citizens? And
they're so good at saying so much while actually saying nothing at all. That was just meaningless tripe. He's talked for like 5 minutes.
Kamala Harris is the champ.
Oh, yeah.
But as though we haven't seen this before, remember when the FISA courts were created, they were to spy on or to authorize spying on foreign enemies. And whoa, funny, some American citizens just got caught up in that surveillance. I can't imagine such a thing happening again. But all they have to do is just deem whatever you're sharing or discussing to be foreign disinformation. They'll go after you the same way they'd go after an ISIS terrorist in Syria or something like that. The only safety that you have is whatever they deem to be or whatever counts as foreign disinformation. And it would be insane to trust these people in defining that term accurately or fairly. And just this morning on Fox News Sunday morning show, Alejandro Mayorkas was asked if the Pissgate dossier would count as foreign disinformation that this board would go after. And Mayorkas said it's not for him to opine.
Was the Steele dossier disinformation?
It's not for me to opine on that.
You know, Americans are generally...
Okay, so the entire premise of this board is that it is your job to opine, to say
not that
what is and was not foreign disinformation. And
they mean
note,
other disinformation.
I can't. So this, if the Steele dossier doesn't qualify, despite being foreign in origin and factually incorrect and produced for misleading political purposes, if that doesn't fit their definition of foreign disinformation to be they have a lot of definitional flexibility that they will likely give to their friends and not extend to you. That's a safe conclusion. And even if you think that's overstated, all you have to do is listen to this crazy cat lady who's been selected to run the operation, Nina Jankowicz. Nina Jankowicz is an otherwise unknown 33-year-old cat lady who wrote a book or two about Russian disinformation that nobody bought or read. She has no political experience. She has no foreign policy experience other than she apparently has been called upon to be an advisor from time to time. Not that those qualifications would make this disinformation board legitimate. They wouldn't, but it would be hard to pick someone more clownish than Nina Jankowicz. As I mentioned, Everybody's seen this. Just in case you haven't, though, This is Nina Jankowicz singing about disinformation to the tune of Mary Poppins, or a Mary Poppins classic
Why are you
this week.
doing this to me? Okay, fine.
Just in case you haven't seen it, prepare your ears for the oncoming assault.
It's how you hide a little lie. It's how you hide a little lie. When Rudy Giuliani shared bad intel from Ukraine. Or when TikTok influencers say COVID can cause pain. They're laundering disinfo and we really should take note. And not support their lies with our wallet, voice or vote. Oh, information laundering is really
One more verse.
ferocious.
One
It's
more.
when our
Let's go.
to take some lies and makes them sound precocious by saying them in Congress or a mainstream outlet. So disinformation's origin seems slightly less atrocious. Whew.
Now, again, I will emphasize, not leaked. Nobody stole that off her computer. It's still on her Twitter account, still on her TikTok, except for she put her TikTok on private.
Why do you do this to me? Why?
And
Was that punitive?
yeah, well, it's obligatory, I suppose.